welcome to the next makeup tutorial with Dean Nixon of Master Makeup. As you all know, on the fashion runways there's been a re-emergence of the 60s mod style, and we'd love to be able to translate that into a makeup look as well. And of course, who else better than the master of makeup to teach us how to do that?
With this 60s translation, what we've seen is the return of the cat eye, I suppose, and with that liquid eyeliner. Now, there are many problems about liquid eyeliner, and fingers crossed today I don't face those problems, but you'll see how easy it is. And look, it really is liquid. When you're dealing with liquid eyeliner, it really is a practice orientation. I'm going to teach you a couple of little tricks around that, because it's very hard to get a symmetrical double bang liquid eyeliner. So I'll teach you how to smudge it out. I think when we come to the 60s look as well, there is definitely a trend in colour, and you can use like beautiful colour dyes, and there's also coloured liner that's in at the moment. I'm just going to take the approach here on a really classic 60s wing with not much else happening. I'm going to show you how to add a lash as well. Lashes are very big at the moment, and I'm going to use a little bit of I found these, which are a little bit sort of 60s-ish. And they're little separate pieces rather than a big bar lash as well. So I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do is I just want to pop a tiny bit of eyeshadow just into the contour of the eye, so just along the brow bone. All I'm doing is creating a little bit of shape here, a little bit of contour. And because I'm going to bring it out, I've got a little bit of leeway. Just nice and softly. You could do a little bit of colour here if you wanted to. This could look really beautiful with like a navy blue eyeliner, just a navy blue eyeshadow just blended through there. You could do a plum through there as well. So play around with that. So for this, we'll just keep it nice and simple. And liquid eyeliner comes in many different ways, shapes and forms. I always look for a liquid eyeliner that has a really nice brush on it. So I think the brush is really important. Or if you prefer, it can be like one of those felt tip ones as well. It really is about what you're best going to need to get that perfect line. Okay. I like to use a bit of a stencil, so this is my first trick. I use pencil. I've got a little bit already there. I just want to now extend it through and start my flick. I'm fairly much, what I'm doing here is I'm creating a stencil so that I've got something to follow. It's much easier to correct a pencil mistake than a liquid eyeliner mistake. What you want to do is you want to find the line. It needs to be on an angle, so you want to start higher on the eye, and you want to bring it in, and you want to follow it down into the thing. So it should either, like a wedge, like that. Okay. Just open for me. And so there we sort of pretty much have a really nice sort of starting point for it. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my liquid eyeliner.
That was nail polish at first.
Oh, a little nail polish thing? I know. This is an old Estee Lauder eyeliner that I love that they don't do anymore. So everyone's always changing their products.
It's vintage.
It is vintage liquid eyeliner. And then see now that I've got a stencil, I can draw a straighter line. If I didn't have that before, I'd be applying blind pretty much, and so I have a lot more chance of wrecking it. Not too many coffees before you do this, no. So, or if you're like a surgeon's hand and telling you to get it in nice and straight, you'll be fine. And look, and that's the challenge of it, is it's trying to get that beautiful line that's slightly straight. If you do if you do get yourself into trouble and your line's not so straight, there's a really quick way out of this. And it sort of does, I suppose, compromise a little bit what we're trying to do, but it just will make life easy. You get your eyelining brush and a little bit of black eyeshadow. And just run the shape of it. So what I'm doing is I'm softening off the line. So if you have got a little bit of a nook in your liquid eyeliner, or your line's not quite so straight, then you're just softening it off. Okay? And I think that's sort of why, you know, if you start with your pencil, you're less likely to make a mistake in your line. But if you do, you just smudge it out and then tell everyone that that's how it's meant to be. But I think that's what we do half the time. If you say it with conviction, people will believe you.
Yeah, it's a modern 60s look.
It's a modern 60s look. And that's something that I think is really important too. Whenever you're playing a trend, it's like fashion, you know, a direct tie-in as well, is don't recreate the idea of what it was. It needs to be modern, so it does need to be a little. So if you do, you've got some scope with this. You know, if you do want to have a little bit more of a smudgy eye, if you want to do the bottom opposed to the top, you know, if you want to add a little bit of colour into it or eyeshadow, then do. Okay, if it looks great, you'll sell it. Particularly to that cat eye, like as soon as I hear cat eye, it's a real 60s thing, but we did redo it in the 80s as well. So, you know, you've got that scope from the 80s that you can always draw against too. So I think it's a bit of a crossbreed from that. So we go there. And that's the beautiful eye there. We finish off with some lashes. So I use, this is Duo, which is a surgical adhesive lash glue, or it's actually a surgical glue. You can get it, that's had a good life, that one. You can get it from a lot of, most of the makeup shops have it and stuff like that. When you get your lashes, these are a Mecca pair that I picked up today. They don't come with glue, I don't think, but most lashes will come with glue. I'm not a real favourite of the glue that's generally in the lashes, so I would generally use a Duo. It's just a little bit more tacky, and I think it dries better. And the thing is with this, is that this dries, it looks white, but it dries clear. So, and you can actually get a black one too. So then what I'm going to do is just with my tweezers, pull these off, dip it then into there, and I'm just going to let that sit there for a minute.
I do understand how some women can apply it themselves. They need to have so much good coordination.
Yeah, you do. It is one of those things when it comes to lashes, particularly a little bit more individual. They are a little bit more of a muck around. But if you can get them and you can really sort of like take some time with them, then they make such a big difference. You know, you might find that I use tweezers, but the other day I'd left my tweezers somewhere, and so I had to apply the lash with my fingers, and I found that quite easy as well. So, you know, if you're finding that you struggle with tweezers, because it's quite hard to manoeuvre something, particularly because you're backwards in the mirror, just try your finger. Try and just get them and pick them up. Let's see if we can do it now. The reason that I'm waiting a little bit as well too with the thing, I'm waiting for the glue to become a little tacky. So just pop that in. Yeah, so you could do this just yeah, so that's great. That's two of them. So, and it just opens the eye. You can see a little bit of the glue, but you'll notice that will just dry down, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm going to grab from the other side. I think I like applying these with my finger. These are great. Sorry, I'm just loving my own choice of lashes today. They're really easy. These are probably the easiest lashes that I've applied. I think because they're just, you know, they're smaller than a bar lash, but they've just got a really great shape and size to them.
When can we get them?
These are Mecca. Lush lashes in a flash.
Oh, love it.
So, yeah. So I just got them from there. I think they were $20. And so that's great. So that's just two of them. So you could do You could do, there's four in each, so you don't have to do all of them. 2 just on the outer corner just really opens that eye up. With your lashes, I mean, look, when you go into this look and you want to do it as a look, you can blow it out so that you know, that it's really strong and really sort of going there. If you want to go there, that's fine. But I think that if you just want the beauty of it and you just want the idea of it, make sure that the lashes are not too long. You know, you can buy really long lashes, and we're talking about this with lash extensions. Even when you're having lash extensions, you really shouldn't go much longer than your natural lash. So otherwise they do look a little unnatural and wiry as well. So, yeah, and that's quite simple. Yeah.
I mean, there's no way I'll ever look like Bridget Bardot, but I think this is a look I'm going to wear more regularly now.
Cecilia later.